Introduction to Timeless Legends of the Preserver, Vishnu Purana Explained in English. In the sanctum of ancient Indian lore lies a rich tapestry of wisdom, virtue, and the divine cosmic process, one that has shaped human understanding for millennia. The Vishnu Purana is one such scripture, a profound narrative of cosmic orders, divine interventions, and the eternal principles that govern our moral compass. This book, Timeless Legends of the Preserver, Vishnu Purana Explained in English, seeks to bring these age-old stories and teachings to life for contemporary readers. The heartbeat of this work is Lord Vishnu, the Preserver, whose incarnations are the embodiment of dharma, the essence of righteousness. Through vibrant stories, this book illuminates his role in maintaining the balance of the universe and guiding humanity towards a path of spiritual evolution. Each chapter unravels a legend of his divine descent, whether as Rama, Krishna, or the myriad of other forms, and the lessons that can be drawn from their lives are both eternal and applicable to our modern world. This book offers several benefits to its readers. 1. Spiritual insight. By diving into these illuminating stories, readers gain a deeper understanding of the spiritual doctrines fundamental to the human experience. Lord Vishnu's tales serve as a guide to living a life of balance, compassion, and integrity. 2. Understanding dharma. With real-world examples woven throughout the text, readers can relate profound ancient truths to the dilemmas of their everyday lives. Dharma, or the moral order, is elucidated in practical terms to aid in decision-making and personal growth. 3. Motivation and inspiration. Each story carries a motivating message that inspires individuals to rise above challenges, embody virtues, and contribute positively to society. The heroic acts and wise choices of Vishnu's avatars serve as luminous guides through the complexities of life. 4. Accessible wisdom. Written in simple English, this book ensures that the wisdom of the Vishnu Purana is available to everyone, regardless of their familiarity with Indian scriptures. The clear and engaging narrative ensures the timeless messages resonate with readers of all backgrounds and beliefs. 5. Fostering devotion. Devotional practices are explained in relatable terms, encouraging readers to develop a personal relationship with the divine through love and devotion, contributing to their inner peace and communal harmony. Encompassing 12 enriching chapters, this book is a journey through celestial tales that link the divine with everyday existence, leaving readers inspired and enriched. As you embark on this adventure through timeless legends, may you find not only the teachings of a bygone era, but the transformative power they hold within. Step forward, dear reader, into a narrative where the earthly meets the divine, where legends become living truths guiding each step upon the path of life. Welcome to the Timeless Legends of the Preserver. We've set the stage with an overview of this remarkable text, but the real magic lies in its details. Each chapter unfolds a new layer of wisdom, guiding you toward a more meaningful life. Hit subscribe to follow this enlightening series and become part of a community that values growth and awareness. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Join us now. Chapter 1. Introduction to Lord Vishnu, the Preserver. In the pantheon of Hinduism, where the universe is both kaleidoscopic and infinite, Lord Vishnu stands as the Preserver, one of the principal deities alongside Brahma, the creator, and Shiva, the destroyer. His divine role is crucial and spans across the realms of time, embodying the forces that sustain the world and maintain cosmic balance. As we delve into the heart of these timeless legends, let us usher in the essence of Vishnu, the silent force behind the rhythm of the universe and the soul of countless scriptures, most notably the Vishnu Purana. Imagine the universe as a vast, intricate play. Each actor has its role. While some create and others dissolve, it is Lord Vishnu who directs the dance, ensuring that the cosmic order is sustained. The universe is perpetually in flux, and Vishnu's essence flows through it, guiding its course with unwavering compassion and wisdom. In visual depictions, Lord Vishnu is often portrayed reclining on the serpent Ananta, floating in the cosmic ocean. This image is symbolic of eternity and stability amidst a sea of chaos. The serpent represents infinity, each coil a timeless cycle of time and life, with Vishnu presiding serenely above it. He holds in his hands 4 symbols: the conch shell, the discus, the mace, and the lotus, each a reflection of the values he embodies: law, order, strength, and beauty. The Vishnu Purana, one of the significant texts in Hindu literature, weaves stories of his interventions and teachings. Here, Vishnu's character is explored through his many avatars or incarnations. These narratives serve as the backbone for understanding the principles of dharma, or righteous living and devotion. They are allegories revealing how Vishnu, in different forms, has restored balance and protected righteousness whenever the world has plunged into darkness and despair. Consider a lighthouse amid a raging storm. Just as sailors rely on this beacon to navigate safely, followers look upon Vishnu for guidance. In times of personal turmoil or societal unrest, Vishnu's lessons shine as that guiding light, showing the path of righteousness and reassurance that divine order will prevail. Vishnu's role as the preserver isn't just divine mythology. It resonates with how we maintain balance in our lives. Think of him as an architect of harmony, one who reminds us of the importance of sustainability, both in our environment and our relationships. His stories implore us to preserve inner tranquility and societal balance, much like a gardener tending to each plant to ensure the health of the whole garden. His presence in the Vishnu Purana isn't limited to miraculous exploits. Through his avatars, Vishnu manifests the profound truth that to preserve sometimes requires change. Each of his incarnations offers a unique lesson, urging us to act with virtue, demonstrate courage, show humility, and extend compassion. In a world striving for clarity and peace amidst chaos, the lessons from the life and role of Lord Vishnu offer ancient solutions to modern problems. Stepping into these narratives will invoke reflections on commitment to righteousness, nurturing our spiritual essence, and preserving not just our world, but also the grace within ourselves. As we proceed through these chapters, let us invoke the spirit of Vishnu within us and use his timeless wisdom as our compass in the journey of life. May these stories empower you to harness similar virtues as you endeavor to become a preserver in your own right. Chapter 2, The Creation Story, Vishnu's Divine Universe. In the grand tapestry of existence, the universe stands as a marvel of intricate design, guided by a force beyond comprehension. At the heart of this cosmic dance is Lord Vishnu, the preserver. His divine presence imbues order and balance, sustaining the cycles of creation, preservation, and destruction, the eternal vicissitudes of life. The Vishnu Purana presents us with the vision of the creation story that marvelously unfolds Vishnu's central role. At the initial moment of existence, everything lay submerged in a primordial ocean, dark and boundless. Within these waters, Lord Vishnu, in his transcendental form, rested upon the mighty serpent Ananta, signifying eternal time. From this serene state emerged a beautiful lotus from Vishnu's navel, and upon this lotus sat Brahma, the creator. Brahma, inspired by Vishnu's divine energy, embarked on the wondrous act of creation. This process was not just an assembly of matter, but a beautiful orchestration of life itself. Everything, from the smallest atom to the vastest galaxies, came into being under Vishnu's watchful presence. Vishnu is not only the soul of the universe, but its breath, the life force that ensures that creation progresses according to dharma, the cosmic order. Consider this: just as a gardener plants seeds and nurtures them with care, desiring blooms and fruits in the future, similarly, Vishnu plants the seed of creation, nurturing it through his boundless grace. This vision emphasizes the interconnectedness of all existence, a fundamental aspect of spirituality. In every leaf that rustles, in every star that twinkles, one can sense Vishnu's touch, reminding us that life is a continuous cycle of creation and recreation. In our own lives, we see reflections of this cosmic dance. Think about how every morning brings us a new day, filled with opportunities, a small cycle of creation in itself. Just as we rest at night, giving way to the day's end, the universe too rests, awaiting the dawn of another golden day. This idea illustrates how creation springs from rest, underscoring the significance of balance, the yin and yang of our existence. Vishnu teaches us about the importance of harmony and coherence in our lives. Spirituality is not merely about meditation or prayer. It is about recognizing that everything is intrinsically connected. Just as a single drop of water contributes to the vastness of an ocean, our actions, thoughts, and intentions shape the universe around us. Consider an orchestra. Each instrument plays its tune, yet it is only through their collective coordination under the guidance of a conductor that a symphony arises. Vishnu is that divine conductor, ensuring every element plays its part flawlessly. When we play ours without ego, understanding our role in this world, we align with this great symphony of life, promoting peace and unity. Look around you, the earth, sky, and rivers, all existing in perfect synchronicity, inspire us to live in harmony with nature and each other. Our journey is to embrace this interconnectedness, awaken our consciousness, and reaffirm our inherent spirituality by living with purpose and devotion. Thus, the creation story from Vishnu Purana invites us to explore and imbue our lives with this fundamental awareness that we are a part of something much larger, a divine universe wherein Lord Vishnu, with a gentle smile, continues to guide us toward love, order, and cosmic unity. Chapter 3. The Incarnations of Vishnu, Manifestations of Divine Intervention. In the vast realm of spirituality and mythology, Lord Vishnu is revered as the preserver, the one who maintains order and harmony in the universe. His divine interventions manifest as incarnations, known as the Dashavatara, which represent his 10 most significant appearances on Earth to restore balance and dharma, righteousness. Let's delve into these fascinating stories and understand how they illuminate the path of divine intervention. 1. Matsya, the fish. The legend of Matsya embodies the protection of sacred knowledge. In ancient times, a great flood threatened to drown the world, and the Vedas, essential scriptures, risked being lost forever. Lord Vishnu as Matsya appeared to save them. This story teaches us about preserving wisdom, much like how in today's world we safeguard important data and traditions to ensure that invaluable knowledge is handed down through generations. 2. Kurma, the tortoise. The tale of Kurma showcases support and stability. During the churning of the ocean to obtain the nectar of immortality, the divine mountain used as a churning rod began to sink. Vishnu incarnated as Kurma to stabilize the mountain on his back. This exemplifies the virtue of laying strong foundations and supporting larger endeavors, akin to fostering teamwork and resilience in modern initiatives. 3. Varaha, the boar. In a world drowned in chaos, the earth was submerged under the cosmic ocean. Varaha the boar dived deep to rescue it. This avatar highlights restoration and regeneration, a reminder that no matter how dire circumstances become, renewal and hope are achievable. In life's difficulties, it advises us to persist and refurbish our environments and situations with courage. 4. Narasimha, the god-man lion. To curb the tyranny of a demon granted powerful boons, who neither man nor beast could vanquish, Vishnu took the form of Narasimha, half man, half lion. He restored justice by utilizing shrewdness and might. This symbolizes the fight against injustice, portraying that for every calculated tyranny, righteousness will find a way to prevail, much like standing firm against bullying or corruption today. 5. Vamana, the dwarf. In a triumph of humility, the benevolent Vamana dwarfs a king's vanity by using wisdom rather than force. Granting a seemingly modest request, Vamana expands into a giant form, reclaiming the cosmos for the gods. It illustrates how sometimes humble actions whisper louder than grandiose ones, teaching us to recognize and counter materialism with grace and intellect. 6. Parashurama, the warrior sage. Parashurama's story embodies justice and discipline. As a warrior sage, he intervened when the warrior class became corrupt and oppressive. With his formidable axe, he cleansed the earth. Reflecting this, our world needs steadfast principles and valor from within to right wrongs and ensure fairness and equality. 7. Rama, the ideal king. Lord Rama is the epitome of righteousness and duty. His life, eloquently captured in the Ramayana, serves as a manual for living by truth and dharma. His divine leadership and the trials he faced teach us the significance of integrity and responsibility in societal roles, echoing the leadership qualities vitally needed today. 8. Krishna, the divine diplomat. Krishna's charisma and wisdom have guided generations. Through his playful narratives and profound counsel, particularly in the Bhagavad Gita, he embodies love, devotion, and diplomacy. His life encourages seeing beyond materialistic pursuits and engaging with the world through compassion and spiritual intelligence. 9. Balarama. Vishnu's strength and agrarian wisdom manifest in Balarama. As Krishna's elder brother, he represents simplicity, prosperity, and the nurturing of nature, qualities imperative in fostering sustainability and agricultural awareness today. 10. Buddha and Kalki, symbolizing peace and ultimate justice, respectively. Buddha teaches spiritual liberation, while Kalki, yet to come, foresees the restoration. Chapter 4, Matsya, the fish, savior of wisdom. In the grand mosaic of Lord Vishnu's manifestations, the tale of Matsya, his fish incarnation, stands as a beacon of guidance and wisdom prevailing against impending doom. The story of Matsya is not just an account of divine intervention, but a metaphor rich with invaluable lessons on leadership and the survival of wisdom through the storms of crisis. The tale of Matsya. In the ancient times, the world faced a cataclysmic deluge, threatening to obliterate all forms of life and knowledge from its surface. It was during this dire scenario that Lord Vishnu took the form of Matsya, a small fish, to impart the wisdom necessary for humanity's continuation. Matsya first appeared to the virtuous King Satyavrata while he was performing his daily ablutions in the river. The tiny fish appealed to the king for protection from the larger aquatic creatures. Always driven by a sense of compassion and responsibility, King Satyavrata took the fish in, placing it in a small pot. However, Matsya kept growing, requiring ever larger bodies of water, first a well, then a lake, and eventually the ocean. It was then that Satyavrata realized the fish's true divine nature. Matsya revealed to him the impending flood that would engulf the world. Lord Vishnu, as Matsya, instructed the king to build a massive ark and gather the sacred texts and seeds of life aboard it. As the tumultuous waters threatened to submerge the earth, Matsya, now an enormous fish, guided the ark to safety, ensuring the preservation of wisdom and life. Connecting ancient wisdom to modern life. The story of Matsya is emblematic of how wisdom, when heeded and cultivated, can guide us through the chaotic tempests of life. Like King Satyavrata, we too are often confronted with small signs, a niggling intuition, a subtle request for help, that later prove crucial when faced with larger challenges. The tale emphasizes the importance of preparedness, foresight, and the recognition of guidance, no matter how inconspicuous it may seem. In modern contexts, this is akin to developing leadership qualities that prioritize listening to all voices, valuing knowledge, and being adaptable to change. Leaders who succeed understand that foresight and wisdom are necessary to navigate through crises, qualities that lead to stable decision-making and the preservation of collective heritage. Real-world application. Consider a scenario in today's world where a company faced with an economic downturn receives input from an unexpected source, a junior employee. This person suggests a seemingly insignificant change or strategy. Though initially overlooked, if the suggestion resonates with wisdom and insight, it could lead to saving the organization from failure. Just as Satyavrata recognized the divine in Matsya, modern leaders too should discern and nurture nascent opportunities and knowledge, regardless of its origin. This tale also speaks to individuals facing personal difficulties, those stormy times that demand resilience and inner strength. The presence of Matsya in our lives might manifest as supportive friends, insightful advice, or an inner calling urging us to prepare and seek higher knowledge amid uncertainty. Embracing divine guidance. The Matsya avatar reinforces the universal truth that divine forces often manifest themselves in humble, unassuming forms, advocating for the humble recognition of such encounters as spiritual lessons. By nurturing these seeds of wisdom, much like King Satyavrata preserved life in sacred texts, we arm ourselves with strength and resilience. In embracing the teachings of Matsya, we learn that wisdom resides not only in the mighty and the grand, but also in the quiet voices and subtle signs around us. This age-old legend thus encourages us to remain vigilant, compassionate, and discerning, carrying forward the light of knowledge even during the darkest storms. Chapter 5, Kurma, the tortoise, upholder of foundations. In the grand tapestry of the cosmos, every being, from the smallest creature to the mightiest deity, plays a crucial role in maintaining the balance of existence. Among the many incarnations of Lord Vishnu, Kurma, the tortoise, symbolizes the significance of support and stability. This chapter dives into the story of Kurma and the lesson of upholding our responsibilities to foster collective growth. The churning of the ocean, a cosmic endeavor. The story of Kurma centers around a monumental event known as the churning of the ocean, or Samudra Manthan. This cosmic churning was initiated to obtain the nectar of immortality, A task of such magnitude required cooperation between the devas, gods, and the asuras, demons, despite their ongoing rivalry. To churn the ocean, Mount Mandara was used as a churning rod, and the serpent Vasuki served as the rope. However, as the churning began, Mount Mandara started sinking due to its immense weight. It was then that Vishnu, in his Kurma avatar, took the form of a giant tortoise and submerged himself beneath the mountain, providing the stable foundation needed to continue the endeavor. Kurma's lesson: the power of responsibility. The role of Kurma in this story teaches us a vital lesson: the significance of establishing a solid foundation and support for collective endeavors. Just as the tortoise upheld the mountain, we too must embrace our responsibilities, laying down a stable foundation upon which others can build. This principle resonates with various aspects of our daily life. Real-world parallels: stability and support in action. Consider a team project at work. Success is not just dependent on the leader's vision, but also on the foundational work done by each team member. When each person acknowledges and performs their role with diligence and integrity, the team stands firm, achieving collective goals. Just as Kurma supported the mountain, a responsible team member uplifts the entire team. Another example is a family's functioning. The strength of a family doesn't lie solely in finances or authority, but in support and understanding between each member. When parents offer a nurturing environment, akin to Kurma's steadfast base, children grow with confidence and security, building a loving household dynamic. Spiritual implications: embracing inner stability. On a spiritual level, Kurma encourages us to find stability within ourselves. Life is filled with challenges. Its metaphorical ocean churns daily. When we anchor ourselves with virtues like patience, discipline, and faith, we create an inner foundation that remains unshaken by external turmoil. Imagine a tortoise withdrawing into its shell when threatened. This instinct symbolizes the need to retreat, sometimes into our inner sanctum, to reinforce our core strengths and values. By embracing such stability, we navigate life's ups and downs with resilience and grace. Conclusion: building upon Kurma's teachings, Kurma's tale, though ancient, finds relevance in today's world, which so often demands expedient results over enduring foundations. By understanding the power of stability, we learn that true progress requires a strong, supportive base. Whether navigating personal growth, contributing to a team, or fostering family bonds, each act of responsibility contributes to a greater balance. In Kurma, Lord Vishnu illustrates that upholding our own responsibilities, much like the tortoise supporting the cosmic mountain, not only stabilizes our immediate environment, but uplifts the broader community. As we reflect upon and integrate these teachings, we are called to be the unwavering support in our world, fostering harmony and elevating outcomes for all. Chapter 6: Varaha, Babur, Restorer of Earth. In the grand tapestry of Lord Vishnu's incarnations, the tale of Varaha the boar stands not only as a mythological epic, but also a beacon of inspiration when one considers the acts of courage and restoration required in both personal growth and environmental care. Long ago, the earth, personified as goddess Bhudevi, was submerged beneath the cosmic ocean, casting the world into a chaotic balance. As the story goes, the demon Hiranyaksha had plunged Earth into the depths, wishing to disrupt the harmony maintained by the cosmos. In this desperate hour, it was Vishnu who descended from his divine abode, assuming the form of a mighty boar, Varaha. Imagine for a moment the strength and resolve it must take to dive into the darkest depths, literal or metaphorical, to retrieve something precious that has been lost or overshadowed. Every one of us at some point plunges into the surge of challenges similar to that faced by Varaha, and it is within these depths that true courage is tested. As Varaha descended into the tumultuous waters to rescue Earth, he was faced with daunting adversaries and the formidable Hiranyaksha. Yet, undeterred in purpose, Lord Vishnu as Varaha confronted the demon with unparalleled bravery, symbolizing how one must confront negativity and adversity in our own life's voyage. In the ensuing conflict, Varaha emerges victorious, lifting Earth with his formidable tusks from the abyss, restoring balance and reconnecting to her rightful place in the universe. Herein lies a valuable lesson. Acts of restoration require both strength and tenderness. Just as Varaha gently elevates Earth without causing harm, we must learn the delicate art of innovative intervention and compassionate care, both in managing our inner emotions and our environment. Applying this ancient wisdom to modern living, consider the personal challenges that weigh us down: stress from work, interpersonal conflicts, or self-doubt. When facing these obstacles, channel the spirit of Varaha by courageously addressing the issues head-on and focusing on restoration and renewal of self-belief and purpose. Moreover, Varaha's narrative brings crucial insights into the conservation of our natural world. In an era where environmental degradation threatens our planet's future, we must enact the spirit of Varaha to restore, rejuvenate, and protect our Earth, just as he did. Take, for example, community efforts in environmental restoration, like tree plantation drives or cleaning up local water bodies. These actions embody the spirit of Varaha's intervention and demonstrate that with shared courage and responsibility, substantial impact is possible. Ultimately, the tale of Varaha, a symbol of hope and resilience, reminds us that through courage and nurturing care, both on a personal and planetary level, we can restore harmony and breathe life back into the worlds we inhabit. Just as Varaha restored order within the cosmos, each of us holds the potential to cultivate growth and happiness by overcoming adversity while sustaining the environments around us. Thus, let the legacy of Varaha inspire you to rescue the potential within you and nurture the world that sustains us all. This is the eternal essence of renewal, as brilliantly shown through this ancient narrative, uniquely timeless, perpetually relevant. Chapter 7, Narasimha, the God-man lion, protector against injustice. In the rich tapestry of ancient Indian scriptures, the story of Narasimha stands out as a quintessential narrative on the triumph of good over evil. It vividly illustrates the divine intervention of Lord Vishnu, who manifests as Narasimha, the God-man lion, to protect dharma and serve justice, providing profound insights into standing up against injustice in our own lives. The tale begins with Hiranyakashipu, a mighty king of demons, who was granted a boon that made him nearly invincible. Empowered by the boon, his arrogance knew no bounds, leading him to claim himself as a god and spread fear throughout the land. Yet his own son, Prahlad, remained untouched by corruption, nurtured by his unwavering devotion to Lord Vishnu. Hiranyakashipu could not tolerate his son's devotion to the very deity he despised, and tried all he could to turn him away. When persuasion and punishment failed, he resorted to violent means to end Prahlad's life. But Prahlad's faith was unshakable. In his darkest moments, he found solace in the knowledge that the universe was a vessel of divine love and that justice, although sometimes delayed, was never denied. The breaking point arrived during an infamous confrontation. Hiranyakashipu, filled with fury, challenged Prahlad to show him where his god resided. In utter conviction, Prahlad declared that Lord Vishnu was omnipresent, even in an innocuous pillar beside them. Enraged, Hiranyakashipu struck the pillar, and from the ruptured stone emerged Narasimha, an awe-inspiring form that was neither entirely man nor animal, skillfully transcending the limitations of Hiranyakashipu's boon. Narasimha's emergence in a unique form symbolizes that divine protection and justice knows no boundaries. With the advent of Narasimha, the narrative takes a powerful turn, emphasizing that when righteous paths are obstructed, the universe itself conspires to restore balance. For readers living in the contemporary world, Narasimha's story offers more than a recount of divine fury. It is a mirror reflecting the importance of defending what is just, not with wrath but with conviction, grounded in courage and compassion. Consider the everyday injustices that often go unchallenged. The mistreatment of a colleague, the marginalization of someone due to their beliefs, or any tyranny of power. Just as Narasimha emerged from the unlikeliest of places, acts of justice in our lives often stem from unexpected moments of bravery. Imagine a workplace scenario where an employee witnesses unfair treatment towards another. Like Prahlad, who remained steadfast in his faith, the employee must foster courage to become an advocate. It's through compassionate courage that one can influence change, much like Narasimha's transformative role by protecting the righteous and confronting the wrong. In essence, Narasimha's story is a metaphor on the transformative power of righteousness over adversity. It inspires us to draw strength from fearless truth and unwavering devotion, implying that true power arises not from domination, but from protecting fairness and fostering compassion. The legend of Narasimha teaches that in standing up against injustice, each of us channels a piece of the divine spirit to foster change, emphasizing that within the heartbeat of simplicity and humility lies the potential for profound impact. In conclusion, through the divine narrative of Narasimha, standing fiercely as the protector of dharma, we are reminded that integrity, when infused with compassion, has an unstoppable momentum of its own. Like a lion whose strength lies in purpose, may we find the courage to defend what is worthy in our world while nurturing the seeds of kindness in the soil of our daily lives. Chapter 8, Vamana, the dwarf, humility, and cosmic balance. In the grand tapestry of the Vishnu Purana, the incarnation of Vamana holds profound lessons on humility and the balance of power. Vamana, the fifth avatar of Lord Vishnu, manifested in a seemingly unimposing form, a dwarf Brahmin. Yet it was through this very unassuming appearance that he taught the world an enduring lesson on the might of modesty. The story of Vamana. The story unfolds with the ambitious King Bali, a benevolent ruler, but one whose ambition surpassed the cosmic order. Bali's success in conquering the three worlds began to unsettle the balance of power, creating a ripple of discord among the celestial beings. To restore harmony, Lord Vishnu chose to incarnate as Vamana, embodying the principle that true strength lies not in domineering force, but in astute humility. Approaching King Bali during a grand sacrificial ceremony, Vamana, the small and modest figure, requested from the king as much land as he could cover in 3 steps. Amused by the seemingly trivial demand, Bali consented. However, the moment Bali agreed, Vamana expanded to a towering form, covering the entire cosmos in just 2 strides. With the third, he gently placed his foot on Bali's head, symbolizing the king's surrender and his return to humility and order. The lesson of humility and contentment. Vamana's tale is a brilliant illustration of how true power thrives in humility. In a world often dominated by the quest for status, wealth, and control, humility can be mistaken for weakness. However, Vamana demonstrates that humility is a form of strength that promotes harmony and balance. In real-world contexts, consider a scenario in modern corporate settings where a leader who listens and values their team's input often garners more respect and loyalty than one who leads with an iron fist. The leader's humility creates a cohesive and productive work environment, fostering collective success. Just as Bali recognized the limit of his power and submitted to Vamana, leaders can learn to balance ambition with awareness and respect for others, finding balance in daily life. Vamana's story is also about recognizing when we have enough and the value of contentment. The boundless desires of King Bali mirror the struggles many face with material ambition. In our modern world, it can become all too easy to get entangled in the chase for more, be it money, success, or accolades. Vamana's intervention reminds us to discern our needs from our desires, embracing fulfillment in what we already hold. Simple acts of gratitude can help cultivate this sense of balance. By reflecting on daily blessings, even the small joys, we can nurture contentment that aligns us with a more profound sense of peace. Infusing life with this simple trait harmonizes the mind and spirit, redirecting focus from what is lacking to what is abundantly present. Conclusion: Vamana's incarnation captures the art of embracing humility as a path to personal and cosmic equilibrium. This chapter from the Vishnu Purana presents us with a guiding light, emphasizing the value of subtle strength in our lives. By practicing humility, we not only enhance our own life's journey, but also contribute to a balanced and harmonious world. Vamana inspires us to view power not as domination over others, but as the ability to elevate and unite for a brighter, shared existence. Chapter 9, Parashurama, the warrior sage, unyielding justice. In the grand tapestry of Vishnu's incarnations, each avatar appears at pivotal moments in time to restore cosmic harmony, often amidst great turmoil and injustice. Among these avatars stands Parashurama, the warrior sage, whose life and mission resonate with the timeless call for justice and the preservation of integrity. The birth of Parashurama. Parashurama, also known as Rama with the axe, was born during an era when the world was riddled with tyranny and the misuse of power. Born to sage Jamadagni and Renuka, Parashurama was destined to become a warrior with an unyielding sense of justice. From a young age, he was trained in the art of warfare and spiritual wisdom, embodying both ferocity and enlightenment. Parashurama's mission. The world in which Parashurama lived was plagued by corrupt rulers who wielded their power unjustly, oppressing the very people they were meant to protect. As Parashurama grew, he recognized the plight of the innocent and the cries of justice that went unheard. It was during this time that he embarked on a mission to rid the world of tyranny and to restore dharma, the cosmic law and order. A pivotal moment in Parashurama's life was the injustices faced by his father, sage Jamadagni, at the hands of a treacherous king, Kartavirya Arjuna. The king, intoxicated by his own power, stole from the sage and showed no remorse. This act kindled the fire of righteous anger in Parashurama, who sought to avenge his father's honor and bring the oppressors to justice. The quest for justice. Parashurama's mission was not one of mindless vengeance, but a righteous quest to balance the scales of justice. His determination was akin to the proverbial light in the darkness. He became a beacon of hope for those oppressed by misuse of power. His journey was marked by battles where he wielded his axe with precision and purpose, challenging those who defied the principles of dharma. Through his actions, Parashurama personified the profound truth that justice, though sometimes delayed, must ultimately be served. He taught that power should be tempered with responsibility and compassion. Real-world parallels. In today's world, Parashurama's story is a reminder that we all have a moral duty to stand up against injustice. Whether it's in our communities, our workplaces, or within ourselves, turning a blind eye only allows corruption to fester. Parashurama encourages us to be warriors of integrity in whatever roles we occupy. For instance, consider a scenario where a leader in a company uses their position to exploit employees rather than support them. Channeling Parashurama's spirit would inspire individuals to speak up, initiate change, and ensure that leadership principles align with fairness and ethical standards. Upholding justice in everyday life. Parashurama's legacy inspires us to act with courage and integrity. His life invites us to reflect on our roles in cultivating a just world. The warrior sage teaches us that while the battle for righteousness may be daunting, unwavering commitment to moral principles can transform society. Through Parashurama's story, we learn that justice, fortified by truth and compassion, holds the power to reform and elevate humanity. As we conclude this chapter on the unyielding justice of Parashurama, let us remember that the journey to righteousness begins with a single step. Like this valiant sage, may we too be agents of change, champions of justice, and upholders of dharma in our shared world. Chapter 10. Rama, the ideal king, embodiment of dharma. In the vast universe of ancient wisdom, Lord Rama stands as a luminary whose life is a symphony of righteousness and virtue. As the seventh incarnation of Lord Vishnu, Rama's journey is not just a narrative of heroic exploits, but a profound guide to living a life governed by dharma, or moral and ethical principles. Rama's most celebrated tale is that of the epic Ramayana, a story where he epitomizes the ideal son, husband, and king. His life is a testament to unwavering duty even when faced with the harshest trials, a quality that modern leaders can emulate. Rama, upholder of family and duty. In the kingdom of Ayodhya, young Rama is adored for his compassion and humility. Yet when faced with a royal decree sending him into exile for 14 years, Rama embraces this hardship with grace. His commitment to dharma supersedes personal comfort, highlighting a key aspect of leadership, prioritizing collective well-being over personal gain. Lessons from modern leadership. Imagine a leader today navigating financial crises. Would they choose personal gain or stay committed to their organization's long-term health, even if it demanded sacrifice? Rama illustrates that true leadership lies in steadfast dedication to duty and ethics, inspiring teams to rise above challenges with integrity. Rama and Sita, a bond beyond trials. Rama's bond with Sita, his devoted wife, reflects profound love and respect. Their relationship thrives on mutual respect and trust, teaching us that real relationships are founded on pillars of love, sacrifice, and understanding, a principle increasingly relevant in today's fast-paced society where relationships often fracture under pressure. In comparison, consider how modern family dynamics often struggle under external pressures, such as work-life balance. Rama's narrative prompts us to prioritize relational values and commit to strengthening bonds through life's trials. the battle with Ravana, a victory of virtue. In the climax of the Ramayana, Rama faces Ravana, the demon king, symbolizing the triumph of good over evil. Through strategic planning, team effort, and unwavering morals, Rama leads his army to victory. This story serves as an allegory for modern challenges, confronting organizational or societal injustices with a strategic and ethical approach. Leaders inspired by Rama's example are those who foster inclusive environments, encourage teamwork, and implement moral strategies for overcoming adversities. Rama's rule, an age of prosperity and justice. Rama's reign, known as Rama Rajya, is marked by justice, peace, and prosperity. This ideal governance exemplifies that leadership is not just about holding power, but wielding it with compassion, fairness, and dedication to common good. Application in contemporary leadership. In today's complex world, ethical leadership is often compromised by immediate financial or political gains. However, leaders who embody Rama's virtues, integrity, empathy, and justice, can drive sustainable success and foster trust. Consider a business firm that thrives not by aggressive cost-cutting, but through ethical practices, elevating employee well-being, customer satisfaction, and environmental sustainability over sheer profit. This mirrors the prosperous Rama Rajya, where moral leadership cultivates lasting prosperity. Rama's legacy: resilience in adversity. Rama's resilience in adversity is a reflection of internal strength and clear ethical vision. Modern societies can draw from his story to encourage individuals and leaders to stay true to their principles, ensuring long-term peace and stability over transient triumphs. As we close the chapter, let us remember that Rama is not just a deity in Hinduism, but a beacon of dharma. His life invites us to cultivate a spirit of righteousness and courage, leading with virtue and empathy. Whether leading a nation, a community, or our own lives, embracing Rama's legacy means choosing what is right, even when it is challenging, and fostering a world guided by T. Chapter 11, Krishna, the Divine Diplomat, Love and Devotion. In the vast tapestry of Lord Vishnu's incarnations, Krishna stands as a beacon of love, diplomacy, and spiritual guidance. His life is a masterclass in how devotion and intelligence can weave harmony and foster deeper connections in the tapestry of human relationships. Krishna's story, rich with color and wisdom, begins in the lush fields of Vrindavan. As a child, his enchanting presence unified the hearts of villagers who reveled in the joy and music that flowed from his flute. It was here that Krishna first demonstrated how love can transcend boundaries, bringing a community together with a simple smile. His childhood friendships and innocent pranks were more than mere play. They were lessons in the pure, uncomplicated nature of divine love. As Krishna grew, his role evolved from playful child to wise diplomat. During the Mahabharata, one of the greatest epics in Hindu lore, Krishna's counsel played a pivotal role. Although both the Pandavas and Kauravas sought his allegiance, Krishna chose a path of neutrality in war, offering his army to the Kauravas and himself as a non-combatant advisor to the Pandavas. This decision underscores a profound lesson. True power lies not in force, but in wisdom and the ability to guide and inspire. One striking example of Krishna's diplomacy is the episode where he approached Duryodhana, the stubborn leader of the Kauravas, to broker peace and prevent a devastating war. Despite Duryodhana's refusal, Krishna's attempt highlighted the importance of seeking peaceful resolution through dialogue and compassion, even when the odds may seem insurmountable. This teaches us that every effort towards peace is worthwhile, planting seeds of understanding and empathy. Krishna's devotion to his friend Arjuna during the Mahabharata is another brilliant illustration of love and guidance. When Arjuna faced a moral crisis on the battlefield, it was Krishna who imparted the teachings of the Bhagavad Gita, emphasizing the importance of duty, righteousness, and devotion without attachment to results. Here, Krishna encapsulated the essence of spiritual wisdom, focusing on our actions with love and unwavering faith. In our modern world, Krishna's life offers timeless strategies for navigating challenges through love and intelligence. Consider a workplace conflict. Instead of resorting to confrontation or passivity, one might draw on Krishna's example by approaching the situation with empathy, seeking a solution that aligns with the values of all parties involved. Through listening and understanding, much like Krishna did, we can cultivate an environment of mutual respect and cooperation. Moreover, Krishna's teachings inspire us to embrace a life of devotion, not just in religious terms, but through commitment to values such as truth, compassion, and resilience. His journey reminds us that love, in its truest form, is an active choice that involves sacrifice, patience, and a deep understanding of others. Let us carry forward the legacy of Krishna as the divine diplomat in our lives. By choosing love as a guiding principle and employing our intelligence for the greater good, we can create harmonious relationships and a more peaceful world. Krishna's life, as a blend of spiritual wisdom and pragmatic diplomacy, offers us all the tools to construct a life of joy, connection, and purpose. Thus, Krishna's eternal message endures. Love is the ultimate strength, and wisdom the path towards a brighter, united future. Chapter 12, Balarama and Buddha to Kalki, Lessons and Legacies. In the magnificent tapestry of Vishnu's incarnations, the stories of Balarama, Buddha, and the future figure of Kalki form an enlightening trio that offers profound spiritual insights. They speak to us about living in harmony, the pursuit of enlightenment, and preparing for times yet to come. Balarama, the harvest of strength and simplicity. Balarama, often revered as the elder brother of Krishna, exemplifies the virtues of strength, simplicity, and agriculture. Unlike the political engagements of Krishna, Balarama's tales are steeped in the rhythm of nature and the simple joys of rural life. He is celebrated for his might, wielding a plow as his weapon, symbolizing the tilling of land and the foundation of sustenance. In our modern lives, Balarama invites us to find strength in simplicity and harmony with nature. His life encourages us to appreciate the value of the land, perhaps reflected today in the burgeoning movement for sustainable and ethical farming. Furthermore, the essence of his character teaches us about inner strength, urging us to draw power from our roots and traditions while staying grounded. Buddha, the light of enlightenment and compassion. The incarnation of Buddha is unique in Vishnu's spectrum, presenting a narrative of peace and enlightenment rather than divine intervention via might. His teachings revolve around compassion, nonviolence, and the quest for understanding the nature of suffering. Buddha's journey highlights the potential for spiritual awakening within each of us, steering us towards ethical living and mindfulness. In today's fast-paced world, filled with conflict and distraction, Buddha's teachings provide a soothing balm. By practicing mindfulness and compassion, we nurture our inner peace and contribute to a more harmonious society. A contemporary parallel can be found in movements encouraging mental wellness and kindness, aiming to address human suffering sustainably. Kalki, the Redeemer of Future Days. The prophecy of Kalki foretells the final avatar of Vishnu, destined to appear at the end of the current age, known as Kali Yuga. This era is characterized by moral decline and chaos, with Kalki emerging as a beacon of hope to restore righteousness. His manifestation symbolizes the cyclical nature of time and the ever-present possibility of renewal. While Kalki has yet to arrive, his prophesied coming reminds us to reflect on our actions today. It calls for preparedness, urging societies to envisage and implement paths of justice and reform, mirroring today's global movements advocating for climate action and social justice. In Kalki's story, we find a rallying cry to forge a more ethical world, aware that renewal often follows upheaval. Integrating lessons and preparing for the future. These avatars convey timeless lessons about resilience, learning, and proactive change. They urge us to continually harvest wisdom from simplicity, like Balarama, seek the light of awareness and compassion as taught by Buddha, and prepare to rise above challenges and create positive transformations like the future vision of Kalki inspires. Ultimately, timeless legends of the preserver, Vishnu Purana Explained in English, invites readers to embrace these legacies. Let us tread paths illuminated by ancient wisdom, armed with love, justice, and an unwavering commitment to betterment. For in these tales, we find the keys to unlocking our highest potential and shaping a courageous, compassionate future.